Hey, and welcome to episode 102.5 of No Shelf Control. I'm Michael.
Andrew.
I'm Brooke.
Billy.
So the 102.5, we figured we'd start by addressing that.
Yes.
Last week's episode is officially lost.
All right.
The software we were using to record, we couldn't download the video. It kept on failing on us. We tried a lot, like a bunch of different workarounds. So we figured we'd start this week by going over a quick recap of what we discussed last week. So, Billy and Brooke, do you want to start us off?
So like we started last week talking about Mando and Grogu and our thoughts on that. So getting started, like there's a lot of negative buzz about the movie, the box office, a lot of reviews, like everything you see, it seems every time you like open up Google's like a negative article. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I think so, like, to sum up my thoughts from last week, I loved it. Like I genuinely had a good time. And I think that's all it was supposed to be. And a lot of people online make a lot of money saying negative things about it. And people hear those negative things and don't think it's important to go to the theater. And, yeah. But I think the main thing, here's the main takeaway that I have from this is that when we were there were kids, they were laughing, like they were having fun. I heard giggling. That wasn't just Billy and I.
Mostly us.
Mostly, yeah, but there were children doing it too, and that was great. And that's what this was supposed to be, like an on-ramp for new fans, and it did that. I think also there was a lot of firsts in this, so I think this was also them kind of testing reactions and everything in like a safe format. Like there was the opening credits, no crawl, which is not the first time, but this was the first one where there was no a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So I think it also served that purpose. But
yeah, it was very good. It was fun. It was, and I know a lot of people that word "fun" gets thrown around, and it's kind of looked at as a negative connotation now. But
yeah, it
was fun. It served its purpose. I think, as I've sat on it now for a couple of weeks, like what is it? I don't know, 2 weeks since we've seen it. I think a big part of it is just memorability. I don't know if it was super memorable. It was a good time. It's almost like the way I think about it is like going to a theme park. Like you go, you're there, you enjoy it, you have memories, and then when you're gone, you don't really think about it too much. Like there's been nothing that really stood out to me as, thinking about themes or character development. Again, it was simple. It was a TV show in theaters. I just don't think it was as impactful as a lot of people were hoping a Star Wars movie in theaters after 7 years would be. That's kind of my take.
I think interesting. Your take seems to have changed in about a week. Last week you seemed a little more positive on it.
I was, and again, like I'm not trying to sound like I didn't like it. I really did like it. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was entertaining. I was locked in. I wasn't bored. I just think that as a Star Wars movie in theaters, I think that it just didn't have the impact that I think a lot of people were hoping. It's one of those movies you kind of walk out and like, that was fun. Personally, I feel like a Star Wars movie, and again, this is just my take. A lot of people feel this way. A lot of people don't. A Star Wars movie is supposed to feel like this really special, crazy thing once in a couple of years that you go and see.
I have a hot take. So I think that there are a lot of people out there that in 20 years are like going to be saying that about maybe not necessarily this movie, but movies like this. Like we may not necessarily walk away with anything super memorable, which I like every time I think about the Enzellans making some kind of side remark, like I giggle.
Oh yeah.
So, for me, there were takeaways, but I think for a 10-year-old, like they're looking at things differently. Like they're not looking at it from such a critical lens. They're looking at it the way we knew growing up that the prequels were flawed, and we did not care.
Yeah.
We loved them anyway because they were special to us. And like for a kid, going to a Star Wars movie is an event. But like when you're an adult, it's not. I don't know. I think
this
that's
movie,
hard, you know.
This movie was some kids' first big Star Wars,
right?
Because just by the sheer fact that there hasn't been one,
right.
I think anytime.
Think about it, dude. The last, that means that anybody 7 years or 7 years or younger has never had the opportunity to go. No, older than that, but. You know what I'm saying? Like they've never had the opportunity to go to a theater and sit down and watch a Star Wars movie with their family and like experience things for the first time.
Right.
Yeah, I think anytime you have like a epic kind of trilogy, and Star Wars had 3 sets of trilogies, I guess you could say. But anytime you have an epic franchise like that and they do something outside of it, you're gonna have all those fans like being hypercritical and really paying attention to that. But I think if you went into it, we talked about this last week in the Lost episode, but I think if you went into it thinking, okay, this is just an opportunity to jump back into that universe and see it from a different angle, a different perspective, and you're just looking forward to that. Yeah. That's what you're going to get. Like it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, something Andrew, you said actually in our Lost episode, like it was a fun movie, and people are going to throw that around as a bad thing because fun is simple. And I think it's kind of fun actually to talk about this like a week and a half, 2 weeks removed, because you have let it sit a little bit. And, like for me, I stand by how I felt about it. Like, I think, yes, on one hand, it's not like the most memorable movie because it is like a grand side mission. I was just reading today, Jon Favreau, the director, was saying, I cut out Ahsoka and Thrawn because I didn't want Disney Plus continuity to get in the way of the movie, So it truly was like almost like, in this day and age, who Mando and Grogu are. Like, they're that ingrained in pop culture enough where the normies can go see it and it makes sense. But I do feel like, it was a good onboarding at least. It's a palate cleanser. It whets people's appetite for Starfighter. Thinking back, like Mike, I loved the Enzellans. I loved Grogu. He did get a little bit of growth in the movie, or
absolutely did.
Like, they had enough that was exciting to like broaden the world of Star Wars, which is hard to do, I guess, or not hard to do. Like there's always a way to broaden it, and I do like what they did. I wish that it was grander, but it was just a fun time, and I've been thinking about. I'm a little biased because of the con we just went to, but it's in the forefront of my brain. Like it has stuck in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I really think like Filoni stepping into this role, like I feel like they have essentially 2 things that they have to do. They have to push the story forward. And like when I say story, I mean like the overall narrative of like where Star Wars is going. So they have to push that forward and also attract new people. And it's like they contradict each other. So like if you're pushing the story forward, you have to know what came before. So there's homework. So like new people aren't going to want to jump into that. But then if it's only the stuff that's like the fun stuff to attract new people, then there's no movement in the story. So I feel like it's really important to have both.
Yeah,
it was a
like
great blend of both.
This needs to exist, and things like it need to continue to happen. Like there needs to be kids in the theater laughing and giggling and having a good time, and then separate things that are meant for the adults. Like I said this last week, like nobody gets pissed off when they announce Young Jedi Adventures because we know it's not for us. Like I feel like people just need to understand that there's going to be some things that are just not for you, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And there were kids, taking pictures with the posters, like in the standees, and that was really heartwarming to see. Like it was impacting younger kids, like, and that is a great thing.
Yeah, and I think that aspect of it was great. Like we talked last week, my overall feel for the movie and just, the critical lens of it, I thought it was a great time. I didn't really nitpick it at all. I'm sure there's a lot of people who would nitpick it, and I'm sure it did have flaws, but I went into it, with my expectations set, I think in the right way of this is going to be an episode of Mandalorian on the big screen, probably some of the best Mandalorian we're going to get, and that's exactly what it was. I just leaving, like as a week, 2 weeks went on, I guess I don't want to say it fizzled down a little bit, but I guess the hype is kind of, has faded a little bit. And just, I guess, looking at it from where I am now, my only gripe with it is literally that I would wish that I still was holding on to more of the hype from it. And that it could be a personal thing. It's, you can't really fault the movie for how I feel 2 weeks later.
Part of that I feel has to do with the marketing. Like I think being removed, looking back on it, I feel not that this is going to be like the biggest movie of all time, but I really in my gut feel like there's a good chance that this movie is going to be one of those cult hits that were bombed in the theater and has a whole second life on home video, because I do think that to the average person, the trailers did not they did not tell you that, hey, this is a standalone movie, you're going to enjoy it no matter what. People, for the last 6 years that Mando's been out, 7 years, whatever, like there's baggage. Like there's 3 seasons, there's Book of Boba Fett. Like people probably assumed I have to see all that to see this movie, and they're angry. They got to go pay to see, what they think is season 4 or replacement for that. Like I think that that's going to affect it. I'm really interested to see what happens when it goes to Disney Plus.
Yeah, I think like if I don't know what their objective is. I hope it's what I think it is, but what I think it is like it's it's longevity, right, of the brand and bringing new fans in so that they'll, they can keep making cool stories. Like regardless of how much money this movie makes, it's going to go to Disney Plus, just like you said. And once it's on Disney Plus, the people who saw it are going to be able to watch it over again and then go back and watch the things that they maybe didn't before, like seasons of Mando, Ahsoka, whatever. And then the people who didn't go to the theater, at the very least, had to have known about it, which means if they have a Disney Plus subscription and it's there, like they're going to check it out. And more than likely, they're going to love it because it's objectively a fun movie.
Yeah.
So they're getting those people one way or another,
And that being said, like one thought before it leaves my mind, like last time I remember you're missing a good episode, people. We
were so upset. Like not to go off on a tangent, but hours of work.
So many hours.
And then hours of work, hours of work trying to rescue this.
Yes,
thing. Our whole day Sunday was trying to rescue the episode, but
my last big like thought on it personally that I wanted to like bring back from the dead of our lost content was that Dave Filoni, George Lucas, creator of Star Wars, Dave Filoni, the curator of the Star Wars Museum. I really felt like every project he makes, no matter what era it's in, he tries to sprinkle in something for everybody. And I just loved how Mando and Grogu did that. They used stop motion animation. They had a lot of Clone Wars weapons, ships, remnants of the battle droids built together, to make like the mercenaries. You know, a lot of original trilogy settings, Clone Wars characters, Rada the Hutt coming in from the Clone Wars, just like the Clone Wars movie. Like, I love that there's something in it for everyone, arguably done better than the sequels did it, ignoring huge chunks of the canon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could easily imagine these guys sitting around a big table and like everyone loves Star Wars so much. They're like, oh wait, we should put that over there and hang that on the wall. That'd be a cool little thing. You know, like everything was so detailed and thoughtful.
Yeah.
So just like production wise, they did a great job making it. And I think, you know, when it goes on Disney Plus, it'll get a new life. And I think it's easy to have a lot of like the negative marketing is easy to listen to, and it's on the forefront in social media.
It's douchebags on YouTube who
Yes.
know that people are like an angry title gets more
yeah.
click than
Yeah.
you know, a positive review. I just don't see
honestly,
how anybody could watch that movie and be like, that sucked.
Oh,
I mean,
right,
yeah, maybe
right.
it wasn't
Yeah.
like a 10 out of 10, but
Yeah.
in no way could I imagine someone thinking truly that the movie sucked, unless you're really a bitter, angry person. And in that case, like,
watch something else.
You need more than
Yeah.
Star Wars.
isn't for you.
yeah, you need something
Yeah.
else. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
you
a
know what-
movie
you know
for
what the thing is,
everybody.
though? Like,
There's stuff in it for everybody.
It leaves you wanting more. And
Yeah.
that's what a movie is supposed to do.
You're right. That's a great point.
Like, how many movies have you left saying, oh my God, I really hope they make a sequel? And then you
Right.
just don't know if they will. Like, they're going to, like, we know that it's going to continue. So, like, now, I don't know, maybe now that we have that expectation, we're, like, spoiled with it.
Hey,
Could this be a good segue?
Possible hint, there might be something coming for sure.
Yeah. Any other points before we move on? Because I think that could be a good segue.
Yeah, I think we covered the important parts of our Mando and Grogu discussion. I just think the overall, I'm confident with where this is going and what they're doing and what they're planning. I think
for Star Wars in general,
I have the most faith in the brand that I've had probably in the last several
The
years.
haters want you to think that the franchise, the IP is dead. It's far from it. You know, I think it's going to have a second life to a degree. Starfighter is probably going to be even bigger. You know, it's good. It's Gucci.
Watch what you love. Don't watch what you don't. And rather than getting mad that it exists, understand that there's someone else who loves it as much as you love the other thing.
Yeah, enjoy the parts. It's grown to be something so big. There's enough to ignore if you really hate a part of it, and just enjoy the thing you like.
Right.
100%.
Anyway.
So speaking of Mando, Billy and I went to Fan Expo in Philadelphia. It was my first convention. I've always wanted to go to one. I've wanted to for years and years, but I've just never gotten there. But I bought tickets to this Fan Expo in particular last October because for years I have been looking for an accessible con to go to that had my Lord of the Rings guys there, and this was it. It was the 25th anniversary of the Fellowship and
Represent
Fellowship.
Nice.
And yeah, I mean, it was. I've been the second I found out about it. I was probably the first one to get a ticket. I just could not wait. I've been so pumped about this for so long. And it really was the best weekend. I feel like I'm still coming down from the adrenaline and the excitement. Like, it was just the best. And so I guess we'll start with, do you want to start with my Lord of the Rings stuff or the Mando stuff? I don't know. I guess I'll touch on my Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah.
And then we'll jump into our Mando story. But yeah, I mean, it was great. Like I didn't really know what to expect. I thought maybe there was.
She had never met a celebrity before.
Wow.
I have never
Really?
seen one.
And since October, she was like, "What am I gonna say?"
Oh, I've been thinking about this. What am I gonna wear? What am I gonna say?
You always
What
usually
am
end
I?
up fumbling it too when you first meet them. I
Oh
do that
yeah,
all the time.
100%. So the cool part, I wasn't sure what to expect as far as where the actors were going to be, if they were going to be like in the open or behind curtains and booths, and like, you know, because I know they do it differently everywhere, but luckily you just walked into the autograph section and there was just long tables and all the celebrities were right there. And so on our first day, we were just kind of exploring, checking things out. So many fun like photo ops and the shops and all the things. It was so exciting. I mean, we bought stuff the second we got there.
Yeah.
Oh yes, here we go. Mike's popping up there. So I did get
we're
to
figuring
meet.
it out. We're figuring it out.
Yeah, we're figuring it out. This is getting pretty advanced. So I got to meet John Rhys Davies. He played Gimli in Lord of the Rings. He was in this picture here. You can see his hand on my side. He was tickling Billy and I.
You got
and
my
he was
wrist.
like,
What?
he's like gonna give you a little tickle.
He looked at me and
That's
goes,
hysterical,
"Don't giggle."
dude. Stop.
So of course I'm giggling.
That's why we're
Oh
so.
my
I
God.
mean, I was thrilled, but that's why we're
Like, if you,
That
literally
is
this man,
amazing.
like if you've ever wondered, like, what is the actor like? Is this person anything like their character? Like Gimli, the dwarf from Lord of the Rings, was based around this man's personality.
Yeah.
Like, he is Gimli. Like,
he was, and he loves his character. Like you could tell, we saw a panel with him, and he was just, he loved to stand up and like use his Gimli voice and show off. And you know, he was an absolute joy. Loved him.
That's so great. It's so great
yeah.
when the people you idolize like turn out to be awesome.
Yeah.
They're actually good people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was something I was worried about. It was like I've watched all these guys in interviews over and over again. Like I've followed them all these years, but I felt like they're going to be good people, but I mean, they truly were just so genuine, and they didn't make you feel like, you know, we had to be quick, obviously, but I feel like everyone kind of took their time with us, and you like got a moment with everybody.
Yeah, that's like the key part of when you have those things. You want to feel like you're not being rushed. They're not rushing you to the next person.
Yes,
Right.
100%.
Yeah.
And
especially with how like a lot of times. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You know, you go, Mike.
No, I was just gonna say, a lot of times you pay a lot of money for these autographs.
Yeah.
Like, when they kind of just sign something and shoo you away, like that's not
Yeah.
cool.
For sure. Yeah, it's a big investment, and it means a lot. Like this is my biggest, you know, I can't think of anybody I'd like to meet more than the guys that I met over the weekend. So it was a huge deal to me. And when I saw Elijah Wood.
This was the one that she thought about for months.
I did. He was my only autograph. And when I first got in line, the line was super long, and I couldn't believe like he was right there. I mean, like feet away. And I just was, it was adrenaline. I just had a big adrenaline rush. I was so excited. But then he had to jump away for a photo op. And they kind of double booked the Hobbits. That was the hard part.
That's like the one negative we'd say about Fan Expo is that, you know, it started at like 4 p.m. on Friday, and those guys had just flown in. Literally, they got into Philly at probably like 2-3 o'clock, and they had them lined up immediately for autographs. And then 45 minutes into waiting, well, we're moving them over to photo shoots. And it's like, what are you doing? Like,
so we ended up having to go back over like a little bit later in the afternoon. And it ended up being a late night. They had to delay everything. But when I got up to Elijah, the empath in me just felt so bad that they probably felt really busy. They probably felt very rushed. And all I could say to him, all I said was, you guys must be so busy. And he said, "Yep, we are." And that was my conversation with Elijah Wood. And I think I said as I walked away, like, "You're so awesome. So happy to meet you." But
which, by the way, for everyone watching, all 2.5 folks, we're gonna have like a 7-minute recap of all this stuff. Like, we're gonna talk here about Star Wars in a second, and then we're gonna show you a little recap of our trip. And we're still figuring out timestamps, but if you want to scrub through that part and get back to the conversation, that's fine. But it's gonna be in there for you.
yeah.
No. If you're watching, you must watch in order.
You
All
must.
of it.
But yeah, so the second photo up we got was with Dominic Monaghan and Billy Boyd. They play Pippin and Mary. So yeah, we did get the photo op with, I think I mentioned that, Dominic Monaghan, Billy Boyd, Pippin and Mary. They're just a pair that, again, like, I just loved their friendship. I remember watching the DVDs, like the behind the scenes, over and over as a kid, and there was some behind the scenes of just Billy and Dom, like, in their friendship. I've just always loved them, listened to their podcasts, all the things. But it was a real joy to meet them and meet them with my dad. He came with us, and we loved Lord of the Rings together when I was, as a family growing up.
Yeah, that's special.
Yeah, it was super special.
Yeah. Me and Michael, we never were really Lord of the Rings kids growing up.
No.
Never got into it too much.
No, but we did, like, I feel like what you're talking about, Brooke, is really nice. Like, we still have things with our dad, like weird things, like we're all meeting to go to Disclosure Day.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah. Those family things, especially growing up. Like,
yeah, but that's
funny. One thing, not to get off topic too much, we'll go right back. But just mentioning, things with your family. Grandpa would have loved The Mandalorian.
Oh, he would have had so much fun.
He would have loved it.
So much fun. Nana too. She wouldn't have known what was going on. She loved it.
Which reminds me, another tangent point, but like one time my grandpa like fell off a ladder and broke his collarbone, and I went over to keep him company and I put 4 on. He had never seen any MCU project and he loved it. He's like, "What's that guy's brother's name? Larry or something?" I'm like, "Local grandpa."
Larry, god of chaos and mischief. Larry.
So fun. But no, like, yeah, it was a huge deal in my family. My grandma, speaking of grandparents, my grandma was also like huge Lord of the Rings, fantasy, Star Trek, Star Wars. She loved all that stuff. And so I just grew up with all of it. It's special to me. So it just meant so much to be there with my dad and Billy for my first con. And I had all the Lord of the Rings guys. So we went to a lot of panels. The fun part about Fan Expo too was the panels were free. So the second day we got to a point in the day where we were ready to sit down. We just needed a break. And I was like, let's just go sit where they do the panels, like on the main stage. So we sat down and they had some of the Hobbits and Lord of the Rings people there doing panels. And as people got up, we'd move a little closer, and they'd get up, we'd move a little closer. And finally, the last panel of the day, which will be our segue to Mando, but our last panel of the day was like a Mando panel. We had Johnny Coyne, Brendan Wayne, and Tamora Morrison. And
which was like, the difference between Fan Expo and Comic-Con. I'm starting to be more seasoned with the cons I've been to. Like Fan Expo, like I've never been to one where like you can be second row seating, like 12 feet away from a literal movie star who has a movie in the theater right now for free. Like,
yeah, that's awesome.
Really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, so my portion of that, I never grew up loving Lord of the Rings, but as a teenager, I really grew to appreciate them. So I was like almost as happy but like I knew Dominic Monaghan from Lost. You know, he played this musician Charlie who like struggled with drugs and like just super endearing character. So that was like something special for me too. I had to tell him, I'm like, I love Charlie, and he's like, oh, thanks, you know. But like while we were there, like so I had pre-ordered well, not pre-ordered, ordered a ticket to get Brendan Wayne's autograph. The guy, for those who don't know, does the body acting for Mandalorian, which Pedro Pascal is just the voiceover and the face when he takes the mask off. But
Shout out Brendan Wayne and Lateef Crowder, man.
shout
Yeah,
out. They are
shout
the
out.
true MVPs of Mandalorian for sure. He is
Not
like
to go off on a tangent, like
Yeah.
not to get us off topic too much, but like
Go for it.
really think about how much of Mando's communication is nonverbal,
Oh,
and
100%.
that's all these two guys. Like that's that's
so
impressive.
much of the body language, like in season 1, him starting to love Grogu and seeing that connection was all really done through body language.
For sure.
Yeah,
And,
all of it.
and this guy whose grandfather is John Wayne, you know, like you could see the cowboy swagger in his movements, like, but the guy, like, he is to me, especially after meeting him, the definitive Mando. Like, you know, I wish he was under the, you know, the mask, like, so to speak.
Yeah.
He is, but like,
Yeah.
but so like we got some big scoops. You're hearing it first for No Shelf Control. But no, I mean, not really, nothing crazy. But when we got up to his line, you know, you go up, you meet the person who's helping them. You know, you make sure that you like scan your QR code. They, you know, ask you what they, you know, want them to write on the box and all that. And we just got talking to the girl who was manning his booth and found out that that is his daughter. And she's super friendly. And she gave us like little tidbits of knowledge that we just thought were like really cool. Like, well, let's see, she said that they put fake tears in like Visine in Grogu's eyes, so he actually looks like he has watery eyes. It's not just glass. I don't know if you heard that in any commentary before, but I thought that was like really interesting.
Yeah, because I asked her, well, at first Billy had a pop for him to sign, and she goes, you know, I hear they make a pink one. I've seen that they've made a pink one. I said, oh, yeah, that's the Valentine's Day one. And we're just kind of going back and forth. And she says, well, he has a blue one. I'm not sure what that means. And she said something else. I said, do you like
And of course, I'm like,
him?
oh, it's a hologram.
Yeah. And I was like, do you like know him? She goes, oh, I'm his daughter. And I said, you
That's
are.
so cool.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, I am. And I said, do you ever go to set with your dad? And she goes, yeah, I do. And
That's so cool. Dude.
She said, so that's where she got this info.
Yeah, and she's like, you know, 6 puppeteers are manning Grogu, and she's like, one of the guys is like 6'6", and he's like got these little like behind him with these little like sticks, like moving him around. It's just so funny because like you can't tell.
And she said she's on like a first name basis. She goes, yeah, this guy Mike, he's 6'4". He does like this stuff behind Grogu, and then Travis usually does like this part.
Which who knows if that's their names?
Yeah, I mean, she like, yeah, I mean, it was just really nice to.
But she was just super down to earth. Like, imagine your dad being Mandalorian, like just a really.
I
could not.
Yeah, like just super cool.
Sorry, Dad, love you.
yeah, I love you, but you're not Mandalorian. But let's see. There's a few other points I had to bring up because she was really nice and she talked to us for a few minutes, and then Brendan himself was a really nice guy. Like in the clip that we're going to show in a minute or two here, you'll see a little bit of like the conversation we had. But
it's great that they gave him credit in the intro of Mando.
Absolutely. Second. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. As he should.
Well deserved.
Absolutely.
I don't know in the show, like, we just actually restarted watching season 1 again, but we got to pay attention to the credits because, I don't know, but in the movie with the, rare thing these days that they have opening credits, second name you see, so cool.
Mm-hmm.
But
And I didn't know that until this movie. I didn't know. I thought it was Pedro Pascal, and I assumed they had a stuntman, but I did not know that,
yeah,
which is
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
Well, and
It
he told
is.
You know
he told us how he was struggling like just a little bit before that, just to figure out what he's going to do, like the work and all that, help his kids with college, and it came at the right time. Like,
Well, no, he said he was at a point where and this is during the panel, we're kind of bouncing around, but in the panel, he talked about how he was at a point where his youngest daughter, who may have been the daughter at the table, had to go to college and he didn't have the money. And so he borrowed money from his sister to start her off in college. But at the same time, around the same time, he got this gig to be Mando in season 1. And so he said, he still was trying to make ends meet. So he bartended in between filming. So he said he worked 7 days a week
shit.
to make sure he could get his
Yeah.
daughter through college until he
Damn.
started getting some money.
You'd think he'd have a higher salary.
right?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
like
Pedro
as an
Pascal's
actor,
probably
if you're
making
not-
fucking millions.
yeah,
Yeah.
Now he's good.
he's good, pretty good now. Let's see some other interesting stuff he
I
told
think-
us though. Wait.
Again, not to put us off on a tangent, like think about the number of hours of screen time that Brendan Wayne has been in the Mando suit, and compare that with any other like live action character. Like,
Absolutely,
he's got to be up there.
for
He's
sure.
got to be like in the
Yeah.
top spot.
Yeah,
one
like
of the
for
top
today, like today's Star Wars, modern era, like he is like really funny that you almost never see his face, but he's the face of Star Wars right now.
Yeah.
But cool thing, like, so my big thing is like I'm thinking, what do I want to ask him or talk to him about? Like, I know that he always wears a cowboy hat. There's pictures of him like behind the scenes of the cowboy hat. Dave Filoni always wears a cowboy hat. So like in the clip that we'll show you, like I asked him, and it was almost like he was ready to answer that question. And who wears the better cowboy hats? And he's like, well, me, of course. Dave wore this tiny one. He looked like Crocodile Dundee. Like,
He's like,
now that's a knife.
yeah.
He's like, Dave asked me if I followed him on social media. He goes, I don't follow you, dude. Like he just was so like.
But he's like, I bought him one. So for a little while, Dave was wearing a cowboy hat that he got him, but he ended up getting one from like a costume designer, and I think he's wearing that one now.
Nice.
He called him Indiana, an Australian Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, he was making fun of the hat.
That's hilarious to picture.
Yeah,
Like Brendan Wayne in full Mando armor, poking fun at Dave Filoni's hat. Like,
and if you look at Dave Filoni's
awesome.
hat, it is
His hats
like
are
an
absurd.
Australian Indiana Jones hat.
It is. He's
Great.
like, you're a cowboy. You got to wear like a full cowboy hat. Yeah. The funny thing, you guys will actually really think this one's cool. So I think he's like a bit of a Star Wars nerd himself, because he said that at one point, like, I don't know what happened, but in his words, he was on his deathbed at one point. He could have been exaggerating, but he said that during season 2, when they were producing it, he really wanted to be there when Ahsoka was reborn into live action. And so when he was recovering, they actually paused that shooting, restructured season 2's shooting schedule to do other things, and then when he was better, they shot the episode where Ahsoka debuted in the live action.
Wow. So he's clearly a fan of Star Wars and loves the character of Ahsoka. That's so cool.
Yeah.
He did say as well another injury. He said he did get some type of an injury from this movie, and he has to have surgery. It did something to his back. All the weight of everything, and
so he said
the weight of carrying the movie.
Yeah, that's right. It broke his back.
Well, he said
you could make with Grogu.
Yeah.
Well, apparently the armor, like, I think it's because it's more Beskar, so it's like real life, more metal. But he said the the outfit is 20 pounds heavier now than it was when the show started. And he said something along the lines of like, if your job doesn't leave a mark on you, then you're not doing a good job. Or
You're
something
not working
like
hard
that.
enough.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Is that suit not pure Beskar?
No. It's actually knockoff Beskar.
I
Wait,
feel
Beskar's not a
cheated.
real metal?
That's the scoop we got.
Yeah.
Adamantium is though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah. So I mean, I thought those things were like
Yeah.
really cool, and also
Tamora.
another segue.
Oh,
Tamora Morrison had
What a
at
hoot.
one point a fan in his helmet because it was so hot, and they didn't give Brendan one. He's like, you know what, like.
well, then they offered Brendan
I
one,
don't
and
want
Brendan
one.
said no, out of spite, because you waited so long to give me a fan. I actually not gonna take one, and so he doesn't have a fan. But Tamora said the costume designer secretly put in a fan for him because he wanted one so bad. And when they started to film, the sound guy was like, hold up, I hear something. Do
Ah,
you
the
have a
fan.
fan
Nice.
in the helmet? And he said, no, I don't. He lied. And he kept the
They're
fan.
like, we're getting some feedback.
He's like, don't have a fan. So
So you guys
Probably
met
gets
him,
so
though,
hot in
right?
that suit.
Yeah, so how that happened, like we were just walking down
What?
so that was just a guy in a costume. The
But
picture on
he-
Yeah,
screen.
yeah. No. This is not the one I meant to bring up.
that's okay.
That was
But,
not.
but we were walking down like the tabling section where like all the guests were, the celebrities, and yeah,
There we
so
go.
which shameless plug. I'll hold that up right now because I got him with me.
Oh, that's so cool.
There you go. Yeah.
But we just happened to be, I think we just finished up the photo op with Dom and Billy. And we all headed back like probably towards the bathroom or something. And I knew where Tamora was sitting, but at the time I wasn't thinking about it. But when we were walking one way, he just happened to be up and walking towards us like he was taking a break from signing. And he was like 3 feet away from me. And I didn't.
I was like, Billy, Tamora's right
and
there.
so I just look
Right
up and
there.
I'm just like, oh my God, like, oh,
Billy Boba Fett is right behind you.
And he walks up to me, pats me on the shoulder. He's like, I'll be right back. And he's like, come,
That's
I'll be
so
right
cool.
back.
Wait.
And,
Can you sound like him saying it, please?
Let's see. Let me do my best accent. He's
We'll
like,
be right back.
I'll be right back.
I'll be right
It's
back.
more
That's
Australian.
all.
Hard to do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
More
Hard to do
Australian.
that New Zealand
Right.
accent.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so he's from
He is from New Zealand.
Is he from
He's
New
from,
Zealand?
Yeah.
yeah.
but
He
it's
is
a
Maori or
it's a
whatever?
Polynesian
Polynesian culture.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
like
Oh,
Hawaii.
cool.
But he walked right up to me, patted me on the shoulder, be right back. And so we all looked at each other, and Brooks' dad's like, boy, you should probably go get a signature now. And so
How do we not?
so I didn't come prepared. So I actually we went just in like the booth, I mean the exhibitors section, and I found
We hunted.
yeah, we hunted for a
We
Boba Fett
hunted
pop.
for Boba Fett.
No, I was gonna
Clone
ask, is
Trooper.
there a reason you picked that pop? I didn't.
So I
that's why you
thought
said
like
that.
there were a handful of like Boba Fett pops to choose from. I was thinking about a Clone Trooper just because I love the prequels so much. But we
Yeah,
saw this one where he's unmasked. And
Yep.
I'm like, I'm thinking, how cool. Like if you're gonna get the actor's signature, like,
Mhm.
I know it's a pop, but it's his face. So I
Yeah.
just happened to pick that one up.
His
And
likeness.
super nice guy. He's hilarious. Like
He
he
was
plays such
so
serious
funny.
characters, but he is like a Looney Tune. Like he's just a really funny, like bubbly guy.
I can
I've
see
seen
that.
if you watch what was that series where they did like the behind the scenes of like Mando season 1 and 2?
Oh,
Oh,
the
making of or
No, it was like I forget what it was.
I know. What
Anyway,
you're talking
like
On Disney
they
Plus?
showed it.
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. Studio something back.
I know what you're talking about. They do them for
They
all,
have a
for all
whole
the
Anyway.
shows.
season.
And,
Yeah.
They excuse me. They showed footage of him, and he like was fucking like with like a gaffy stick, but like really like nobody was recording him or anything.
Yeah.
He was just doing his thing, and I'm like, this
Yeah.
guy seems fun. Like
Yeah.
He was
legitimately
so
fun. Like
fun.
I want to hang out with him.
And I think in that special they talked about how like I think it was his idea to bring the gaffy stick in and do some like twirling and dancing with it, like that
So cool.
was Polynesian, because he's like really proud of his culture.
He did also say at the table, when Billy was getting the autograph, he said said something about not getting a call from Filoni, but he wanted to be in the new movie. He's like, but Filoni didn't call me for this one.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know, and the funny thing is, like, I remember an article came out a few months ago, and it was kind of like it seemed a little like slandery, a little bit like, oh, Tamora Morrison bitter that he's not getting Star Wars roles, or Star Wars angry at Tamora. Like, after meeting him, I have to say, I think he just has a lot of dry humor. Like, the guy was like poking fun at everything, and he's like, oh, you know, like trying to stay young over here, like trying to get another call. Like, you know, he didn't seem serious, and I could see some reporter taking that and just like,
taking it out of context.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Got us talking about it.
So overall, I mean, we left with 3 autographs, photo ops. I mean, yeah, this is my Elijah autograph. I chose a Thrill Joy because I don't know what it is. I just absolutely love
They're cool.
Thrill Joys. I think they're cool, and it's a whole black box. Like, I thought it was a nice display of his signature. And
I guess we're doing our pickups early over here, but then here's the Mando.
And on the side there, he wrote, "This is the way."
That's
Nice.
awesome. That's something
Nice.
in a plastic box.
Dude.
Yeah.
He chose the orange marker because of the
I think like the
Nice.
background's
sticker.
orange.
Yeah.
But
So
he was
Open
like,
it.
What?
Open it.
unbox it.
Oh, I did, because I briefly I thought about like, what if I have him sign like the helmet, but I'm like, no, it'd be way too hard to see.
Yeah. Him
No, that
signing the
looks
box
cool.
is the
That looks really
that
cool.
is the way. You
Yeah.
want
This is the way. But yeah, so overall, amazing. I don't know if any con can top this one for me.
Especially it being your first one. The first is always the funnest.
Oh, it was so fun, so cool. I'm excited for the shopping at other cons. I think that's something we didn't explore a ton. We did, but
we didn't spend
a lot of time there because we were at panels and then in line for these experiences. But we did explore some of the funny things. There was wrestling, like WWE wrestling. Little
there was
funny
they had all these
and
side rooms with like different activities. They had like a book nook, but one of them was like they actually had a full
wrestling
ring, like
Did they really?
springy bouncy floor, and we were kind of like peeking in through the doorway just because we were curious. And like a worker came in, she's like, "Could you like either leave or sit down just to not block the door?"
We're like, "Bye,
let's see you."
Pretend we were never here.
That's
So yeah, it was a really great time. There's a ton of great content over on our Instagram. We have a post with a bunch of pictures, and right now we can cut away to a little video that Billy had put together of our weekend, and we'll show some of the pickups that we got as well.
Brooke, are you excited?
I'm so excited. You guys are busy.
Yes. There you go.
Hey guys, yesterday was our first day at Fan Expo Philly, and we want to walk you through a little bit about what we did and show you some of our pickups.
The first thing I have to show off is I got an autograph from Elijah Wood. I was just so pumped. I chose this Thrill Joy because I love Thrill Joys. It's kind of a new thing, and I just also thought the black box would show off his signature really well. And then I got John Reese Davies. We got a photo op. He was like so unbelievably kind. It made us laugh, so we're all laughing there. So that was super
And he's
exciting.
super genuine. He's one of those people that just loves what he's doing. He tickled a few of us.
Yes, he did tickle a few of us. I did get a print from Weta Workshop of the Shire. And then I also got these Weta Workshop. I got a magnet and a pin as well. So yeah, so many cool things. Loved seeing all the Weta stuff while we were there.
New Superman and Spider-Man Marvel DC crossover coming up. And this was a exclusive hollow foil cover.
I think they only made like maybe 1,200 or 1,000.
Same with this Stitch cover. Who makes it? Dynamite Comics. I have a few of these runs. I'm obviously the resident Stitch fan, but it was really cute with his 4 arms playing in the sand. Had to get that one.
Yeah.
This was kind of an impulse because cons are so much fun. I'm literally walking down the aisle and run into Tamora Morrison, who plays Boba Fett, all the clones, and he brushed shoulders with me and told me, I'll be right back.
And immediately we went on a toy hunt to go get a Boba Fett.
I had to get a Boba Fett, which is really cool. That this one, it's like it's older from when Book of Boba Fett came out. It's his unmasked, nice little 2 billion signature on there. Today I'm following suit. This was one that I little sneak preview. This is one that I signed up for ahead of time. I'm going to be meeting Brendan Wayne, who does the body acting for Mando.
So today we have a photo op with Dom and Billy, who play Pippin and Mary. So we have the signature with Brendan Wayne, and we plan on going to a bunch of panels. And I hope we end the day with, they do have a Mando panel at the very end of the day. But it's been super fun so far. And we're just pumped to show off all the stuff that we got.
Thanks for watching. Who's the better cowboy hats on set? You or Filoni?
Me. And I had to buy Filoni. I knew you were going to ask it too. I had to buy Filoni a hat because the hat that he had when he's like, I'm famous for wearing a cowboy hat. And I was like, really? And so I look it up. And he's like, did you really have to look it up? I'm like, yeah, Dave, I don't follow you. And he was like, and I looked at his hat and I go, bring your hat in. So he brought it in and I go, what is wrong with your brim? His brim was like it was like a little kid's hat. I'm like, he goes, I don't want a big. I'm like, you're a cowboy.
I want to pitch something to Disney now. I want to pitch a show of you doing DVD commentary on the Book of Boba Fett.
We've got pitching another idea, a musical. A musical.
Hey, you're a great singer, by the way.
That's right. I'm a very good singer, very good. Let me give the audience a little bit of a song. Just because we've got a bit of time here. Too much talking. Sometimes we've got to do a bit of a song. Here's a little song from my album, TEM. It's on the usual outlets, Spotify. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you.
And we're back.
We're
Hope
back.
you liked that B-roll.
So I thought we could also talk about any new drops that happened over the last week. Any new toy drops that you guys are interested in?
Yeah, we talked about the Black Series last week, but we lost that. Ton of Mando and Grogu Black Series.
Did well. So there's actually some updates. As of like today.
Oh yeah, those new the droids,
the
droid show.
Let me pull it up. So we talked about this last time on our lost episode, but we have all of the reveals from the Black Series. So there's the let me find the start of them. Okay, so we got the Deluxe Zeb, which was also for the TVC, the Embo, the IG-11, the Grogu, the Mercenary Guard droid, and the Snowtrooper. If you follow the Black Series, I'm sure you know about it by now, so we don't have to go into it. However, I did want to show that if I can pull it up.
While you're pulling that up, that little Grogu.
Oh, so
and it's
cute.
only $12.
I think it's only 10.
Yeah, it's not bad
this
at all.
one, and it's 10 at Target.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Gonna need that.
Yeah, and it's still in stock as of right now. And I just signed up for a Target Circle trial because I wanted free shipping on something else. So later on, I saw this pop up, and I was like, "Thank you."
The Target Circle is so worth it. Also, side note, the new Marvel Legends Daredevil, the Secret Wars Daredevil, is on Target as well to ship.
Oh,
I had it in my hand in a Walmart yesterday.
Oh, dude, I'm absolutely getting that. That Daredevil looks incredible. Brand new body.
I was honestly,
that is the pinnacle. You get that Daredevil, you're never going to need another comic Daredevil. It's incredible.
I have
bold statement.
I have the Daredevil from Born Again season 2 on pre-order, and like can't. I know it's different.
I would cancel the season 2 one if you already have the Born Again season 1.
The thing is, I never followed Daredevil in comics. Like my knowledge of Daredevil started with Ben Affleck. Like it's just not a character that I ever really connected with.
If you're not collecting Legends comic figures, then
right.
So, yeah, I'm gonna.
But anyway,
he's going right on my shelf.
Yeah, for you, dude, he is that figure was like made for your shelf.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, this Grogu, I love this. I love this so much that I'm actually gonna spoil recent pickups. But I went on Mercari and found the original one for like $5.
Nice, just to keep in
with
box.
Like $3 in shipping or whatever.
What?
Yeah, I have this Grogu. Like I have it on my shelf still.
I lost all the little accessories. I have no idea where they went.
Did you really?
You know what
yeah, the frog and the ball.
I don't have it, but that ball is like, I'm not even joking. It's, if you can see.
It's the size of a pinhead, literally. The size of a
pinhead.
Wow.
That's the tray it's in. Like, it's so tiny. This might actually.
The way that it's set up in the box works for inbox collectors. I'm just saying.
That's the nice thing about Black Series.
Right, and that's what I love about this one is, so I bought two. I got one that I'm going to keep on display and one that I'm going to keep in the box. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think that ball is the smallest accessory in the Black Series. The only other thing I could think of is SM33's little eye booger.
That is by far the smallest accessory in the Black Series.
The eye booger?
Absolutely.
No, it's not, dude. I just dropped it.
I knew it, dude. As soon as you opened that up, I'm like,
damn it.
It's going to be gone, dude. Say goodbye to it.
You dropped the smallest
Andrew,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I just had it in my hand, and it's larger than this ball. I promise. I
No.
promise. I'm gonna find it. I'm telling you, I'm gonna find it. I'm turning my camera off. I'm gonna lift up my computer while we're recording. This is happening.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, I will show off some of my pickups.
Sounds good.
That's
Can't
fine.
lose the eye booger.
Yeah. So the two. All right. So some of you guys might know, big Transformers guy. I really only collect pretty much just modern versions of the G1 characters. I set out on a mission, I don't know, a few years ago when I started getting into it. I want to have the main Decepticons, the main Autobots from the first couple seasons of the G1 show. The last two Decepticons that I needed were like massive holes in my collection. Like literally the last two I need. So I finally got a Shockwave.
Nice.
From the new, I think it's Studio Series. Yeah, the Studio Series Transformers the movie from that 86 movie. So it's like a retool of one of the older ones, but again, I needed it. This Shockwave by far was the most needed. And then I showed this last week, but since we lost the footage, I'll show it again. Astro Train, which not the best figure. A lot of people are kind of shitting on it, rightfully so. But I needed the character for my Decepticon shelf. Now I can say there are no holes in my Decepticon collection, and I'm pumped about it.
That's awesome. It always feels good to complete.
Oh, it's the best feeling. The best feeling. And then, Michael, if you want to go back, and then I'll show my last three when you're done.
Are we doing pickups?
He just started pickups because you were looking for the eye
booger.
booger.
Okay, cool. No, okay. All seriousness. So
can you explain what this eye booger is now that you found it?
Did you watch Skeleton Crew?
No.
Unbelievable, dude. Fake fan.
Yeah,
on the back catalog.
Fake.
Okay, so there's in the show, it's basically like Goonies in Star Wars. It's awesome. I don't know why you wouldn't watch it, but anyway,
it's so entertaining.
These kids find this abandoned ship on their planet, and in the ship there's this droid SM-33 who's like a first mate pirate droid type of thing. And in the show, he's got there's this little alien slug thing that goes in and out of his eye socket. So like sometimes it jumps out and I don't know, does stuff, but other times it just gets sucked right into his eye. And it came as an accessory with the Black Series figure. And it's really small, but I promise you, dude, the shifter knob is smaller.
I mean, that's a great detail for the figure.
Check it out.
I would have thought that the eye creature is smaller.
Look.
Oh yeah, I guess
it is. You're right.
Wow. That and then Watto's Chance Cube is probably the other one. But anyway, I'm done with my tangent.
Cool.
Okay. Glad you found it.
Yeah,
I was like,
I thought I lost mine, and I was
there.
Yeah, I thought I lost mine. I was stressing out.
So in addition to the Black Series stuff, we also have a little bit of Hot Toys love.
Mm-hmm.
So stepping outside of Star Wars, surprisingly, for a minute.
But one thing that Billy was kind of talking about, he was worried how her hair would look because she's a character that has her hair down all the time. But I think it looks great. I think they did a really nice job.
My whole, I'm gonna pre-order her, but my whole, desire for this figure was hinging on how they handled the hair.
Is it sculpted or is it rooted?
It is sculpted, and
good.
To be honest,
I do not like rooted hair on figures.
The Qui-Gon almost got me.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of some people have a Anakin artisan, and it started to turn yellow or green under certain lights. And I'm just not about it. I don't want to have to maintenance hair. I feel like they really mastered sculpting it, and I think they did. They knocked her out of the park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she looks.
She does. Looks very good. She's gonna go good with your Superman too, Billy. That's gonna be like a centerpiece.
Yeah, the cousins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to take a picture.
Two cryptos.
Yeah, I'll have to take a picture, but he's on the top of the shelf. He's a centerpiece right now. Those two together. And she seems like a quick turnaround. If you look at the listing page, says it could ship anywhere from July to December, and that was the same time frame for Superman when he came out.
The Lobo looks good too.
Yeah, he
Lobo
really
does look
Looks
good.
great.
That's crazy, man.
The accessories.
The accessories look awesome.
I love the coat. I definitely have to display her with the coat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The
for
graffiti
sure.
background.
Does she have
I
all?
think it's
Yeah.
cool.
Are those sunglasses removable?
Yeah.
They gotta be, yeah. I doubt it's a
Cool.
separate head.
I bet you they're magnetic.
Oh,
that.
you know what? Yeah. I don't know why toy companies don't do that more often.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of engineering in the head of a single Hot Toys figure, the fact that the sculpting looks that good, it's wild. The rolling eyeballs, magnets, the neck joint, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always wonder, like, they should. I don't know why nobody's done like a behind the scenes. Maybe they haven't. I just haven't looked.
I'm sure they have, yeah.
That would be very cool.
But they've advanced them. Like from the Anakin that I first got in like 2015 to now, like I would love to see some of the mechanics.
Just a quick little plug. Billy will be doing some like posing videos with his Hot Toys, and he actually just posted a video
mascot back
posing his Stitch. I feel like it's part of the family. Our Hot Toys Stitch over here. But he just put up that video today, so you guys should go give it a watch, give it a like, subscribe.
Yeah, that Stitch is going to quickly become a mascot for sure, along with his cousin, who we'll have on very soon.
And there's also a Superman photo shoot coming pretty soon too.
Yep. So Supergirl looks great. I think the last toy drop that we had was the Pokemon Lego collab.
Yeah.
This is like their second wave or their second.
Yeah, so
they did have those
set.
big ones.
The starter trio that was like $700.
It's crazy expensive. I saw it in the Lego store.
Yeah,
it does look really good. It's an
but
awesome
like
piece.
That's so much money.
It's a great set, but $650 is
I get it. And like we have the Lego Titanic. Like that's a thing that I have in my house, and it's massive.
But yeah, so the I know you said you have the big Titanic, and a set like this, $650. It's a great set. We don't have a place to display it, and that's not where we want to put $650.
I think it's a cool set, but the PS5 for that price.
Yeah, that's what I guess that's what my point is like, for $600, like I want it to feel like $600, and that's cool. It looks great. Like it genuinely looks really, really good.
So like
I just think
have you seen it in person?
Yeah, we were at when we were in the mall for Mando and Grogu. We were in the Lego store.
So like I think it's cool, and I like that all three are removable from the base. But I have the Lego Bowser, and that was like $250. He's huge. He's like 13 inches tall. I'm pretty sure that like Charizard is like maybe 8 inches.
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
like 8.
They're not huge. Like so, sometimes I love Lego. I do. We wouldn't be plugging this if we didn't love Lego. But I have no idea where they come up with their pricing, because that is just, for me, if you bought this set and you're watching, enjoy it, please. It looks beautiful, but I just can't see the value.
Yeah, I think
think about it. Think about it this way.
I think it's licensing is a big aspect of it too.
Sure.
And then just overall price increases.
I just think that think about it this way. So it's $650. Figure $50 for the base, and then $200 for each one of these. $200 is almost a Hot Toys. So now,
and so
Hot Toys next to this,
I'm gonna go grab Bowser just for comparison, because he's massive.
That set should be $450 at most.
Tops, and even that would be a stretch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good. Like $60 for that Eevee is not bad.
And I get I get the licensing. It's not just the licensing, and it's not just the manufacturing process. It's the design process and the
Right.
work on the back end that goes into it. And
And
I
the
get all
engineering is
that,
insane.
but like at the end of the day, like dude, like there's so many of them that are just crazy overpriced.
Like here's Bowser. Like
Yeah, thing
he's
is
a
massive.
monster.
He
And
moves. He has
so like if
mechanics.
so if we I know that it's more complicated than just like the size and like like whatever like the piece count, but like for 250 275 that this guy is, like he can move his head. He can I forget how you open his mouth, but like he can shoot a fireball, his hands can move. He's massive. Like I felt like this is a bang for my buck. I can't really say that that starter set would scratch the same itch.
Yeah.
I have the Rivendell set from Lord of the Rings, and it has like 6,100 or 6,200 pieces, almost the same amount of pieces as this, and that was $500, which was a total splurge. It's still in the box because I'm waiting for like the perfect home for it to be displayed, but that's $500, and this is $650. It's a lot, but going back to the recent toy drop, they did just release all these smaller sets
that are far more approachable and affordable, and they look.
Yeah, how much are those? Pull those up.
So like the pricing on those seems a lot more fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that one was announced today, and this is a different Charizard in Jolteon. What I like about these is that you can remove the smart brick. So like there's some pictures where they have this weird, like, look at Jolteon's chest. There's like a strange like block in the center, like Charizard's stomach there, but you can take that
so
out.
It's a cool feature. So they did it in the Star Wars couple of ships as well. Pretty much what they are is they have sensors built into it, motion sensors and light sensors. Like so if like two kids, the commercial that I kept seeing was one kid had a Darth Vader's TIE Advance, the other kid had an X-Wing, and you press the button and you have to like shoot the other ship. So it's like laser tag, but with
that's
like,
cool. That's actually
great for
okay.
kids.
That's cool. Wait, what is?
Yeah.
So like the issue I've seen with like people's feelings on some of the smart play for the Star Wars sets is like there's some sort of QR code on like the back of the minifig that kind of ruins the design. But like those are just not for collectors at all.
Yeah, they're made for kids. Again, that's another thing. If it's not for you, don't bitch about it.
Well, for sure.
Yeah.
What I like about this is that you can remove the smart brick and cover it up. So if you want to display it because they look cool, you can do that.
Yeah, and that's cool. Like 119 for like 2 Pokemon and a little play set that looks like there's some Pokeballs too. Like, that's reasonable.
I think some of the other sets are even a little bit less. I think Charizard.
So if you go back, there's a Mewtwo. I think he's 70, 60 or 70.
I think some of them are 70 to 80, which is reasonable.
He's probably on the bottom. There it is.
Oh, yeah, he looks cool.
$70.
So it's like Breakout, Mewtwo's Breakout.
The Master Ball. Is this like from the movie?
A very cool set. Looks like it, yeah.
So looks like he's floating. He has a Master Ball, and you could put a smart play in his like purple stomach area if you want. But it has like if you press that button underneath him, like the sides of the tube like fly off. So he's like shattering that, but he's fully posable. He can move his head, his arms, his legs. Like that's a set I'm picking up big time.
Yeah, that's cool. So wait, what exactly does it do? So like you have like I get the like with the ships where it's like lasers and whatever, but
like the Mario sets, like how they had the like you could like jump Mario on top of a Goomba and it has the QR code, so like it'll make like the like squishing sound when in the game, and you get like coins. Like it's all for imaginative play, but it's like just sound effects.
Okay,
so, like you can have Mewtwo fighting Charizard, like
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was. I think it's a fun.
Yeah, they
a lot
battle.
of
That's cool.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like people criticize Lego anytime they get a brand and they don't just automatically make minifig sets. But but like Andrew said, if it's not for you, don't buy it. Like I, for one,
Right.
really like these buildable sets. I think like who was it, Mega Blocks that made the other ones. I still stand by the fact that they're like 8-inch Pikachu's better than Legos. But some of these have some really cool designs.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Okay.
I think that concludes
Was that all our
toy drops. What about pickups for you guys? We kind of talked about all our pickups were from Fan Expo.
pickups? I just dropped one of my pickups.
Yeah, I just showed the Shockwave and Astro Train from earlier, but I think my screen was tiny, so I'll just show them again. Oh, I got my blur on.
Sweet.
Come on. I got my blur on.
What's the blur at?
I'll turn the blur off. Biggest thing people are griping about is these legs. These legs are just terrible, dude. But
That's
it's a triple
disappointing
changer,
when you
like-
have.
What does it look like in the show? Like, what's the comparison? What's bad about it?
I mean, the legs are honestly in the show. The legs are more just like blocks instead of like this is clearly a half of the top of the train.
Okay.
And it's like, dude, this is it's a $60 figure. It's brand new. Like they should have engineered this better. I don't know how they dropped the ball, but I'm not gonna bitch. I needed one.
Had to complete your set.
Nice.
Had to. I don't know, Michael. I had 3 more. That the 2 they're both Jada Street Fighter, and then you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you can. I mean, you can keep going.
All right,
you want to keep going?
Yeah. So I showed this last week. The Balrog, awesome. Definitely one of their best by far.
Yeah,
they're just getting
cool.
better.
It's a great song.
They really are. It's
Yeah.
crazy how easy it is to find the center of gravity on those figures.
That's what's shocking is they're not hard. Like it's easy. To
They're
get them
so
standing.
easy to you can't really get them in a bad pose.
No, they look good in almost any pose you put them in. It's hard to put them in an ugly pose. And then E Honda.
Nice.
I like the
Nice.
hands.
That
That's a
looks
good
cool.
effect.
Yeah, the hand effect comes with fists and then another head, and then the last one. Again, going back on this theme, I feel like I have for each week. This will be the last one, though. The last.
Okay.
The last theme. I had to get the villain, dude. I
The
can't not.
He-Man Hot Toys does look great.
Those do look really good.
The
That's fine.
design.
They do. Yeah, that
the
Skeletor
design-
looks like really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I knew anything about He-Man, that would be a
I
pickup for me.
honestly want to buy the Skeletor pop. I just don't like. Space is a premium, and I don't have anything like that in the collection, so I can't justify it. But he's a cool looking figure.
Mhm.
Yeah. Definitely. It's weird
Very-
that Jared Leto's the voice of him. How does this dude
Is he
keep
really?
getting roles? Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Good point.
Jared Leto is in the new movie?
Yeah, he's the voice of Skeletor. It's so weird.
Really? I had no idea. That's so funny.
Sorry, buddy. Just stay with 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah.
But anyway,
This might be a breakout role.
Yeah.
please
imagine.
don't watch this, Jared
Sorry,
Leto.
Jared Leto.
All right, Mike, what do you got?
So I already showed my little Grogu. Amazon got me, man. I went on for something completely innocent, not planning on spending money, and I got like an ad for like hottest Mando and Grogu merch, and I was like, okay. So I saw these things. They're called Doorables.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So they're
Yeah.
dude, little blind boxes, and each one is a little like Grogu scene. So like this one in the background is Arabesh. It says, what does it say? Grogu go to school.
Oh
Oh, it's so cute.
And
Billy has one.
yeah, we got
Yeah.
one of them meditating on the Force Stone.
that's the one I wanted. I swear to God, I bought that. I bought this hoping I got that one. That's so funny. But yeah, dude, it was like $10 on Amazon. And it's like it comes in bags like each little piece. So you have to build it together. Little hack. If you get anything like this, Gorilla Putty.
Ooh,
Gorilla
smart.
Putty all day, man. Like a little tiny dab, put it down, and these are not moving.
Smart.
So anyway,
Yeah, it was kind of rattly. Like, didn't fit. Like,
what'd you say?
it didn't like fit. It was a little like rattly in the like the engineering was a little off. Like,
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I got that. I also Micro Galaxy Squadron pickup. The new Wave Series 12 is hitting. So one of my Amazon light armor ships and blind box came. So like, I got this because for people who don't collect so just so you know, if you don't collect Micro Galaxy Squadron, the blind boxes are these little scout class vehicles, and they're cool. It's a cool concept, and if you could find them in stores, they're like $5 a piece. But you get a little speeder, and then a little 1-inch figure to put on it. So I got Bosk.
Nice.
And there's with each wave, there's like a rare, and the rare for this one is Clone Wars Obi-Wan.
ooh.
So here's the thing: when you get them in store, the boxes don't usually have the rares. The only way you can get the rares is by buying these Amazon combo packs. And there's like a crazy high chance of getting a rare in those boxes. So anyway, so I got that. So I was like more excited about the little one, big one, but and then I was in Sound Go Round today. Super huge shout out Sound Go Round. And I was walking down the Star Wars aisle, and somebody must have traded this in, brand new, a Black Series Ray speeder for $30.
Yeah, that's a immediate.
Today's market.
And I had I had trading credit left over from a pickup that I'm going to show in a minute because our footage got lost last week. But this is awesome. So like, it's crazy to think about. This is the cost of a single Black Series figure now.
Right.
Oh my
Like I
gosh,
paid
you're
$30 for this.
It's
Right.
amazing.
And this, when it was brand new and like when it first came out, was what, 35?
Yeah,
33, something like that.
Yeah, about 30.
So that's crazy. The price increases are like crazy, but
Or maybe
Yeah,
it's just
wow.
that
we
no one
keep
knows
paying
the
it, so they're
sequels.
gonna keep
It
doing
is
it.
that as well.
Yeah,
It's because that Ray probably nobody is
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying. And there's no like, it's crazy.
low
Like,
demand.
think about the Dual's End Vader. It had a full painted Hayden Christensen head sculpt underneath. People were like pulling off the helmets. You're not going to be able to see it here, but if you look under the goggles that she's wearing, there's no paint on the eyes.
Really?
So it looks so creepy. But I'm glad to have that on my shelf. And then this is happening live here. I haven't even taken these out of the bag yet, but Billy and Brooke came in clutch for me when they were at Fan Expo. And they found the new Blockies kits. I've been so excited about these.
Oh,
like,
hell yeah.
Blockies are going to really be big.
They are.
Yeah.
They already are.
Like, they're
They're
already
already
very
huge.
big.
They are the next.
But like I feel like they've really blown up over the last like few months with the drops that they've been coming out with. Like, if they keep this up, everyone is going to know who they are.
They are the biggest, the next big thing on the market. And I was going to do a video for my Mando, but I just had to build them. I was so excited.
I know.
like,
I'm not
Okay.
going to be doing any content on these because these are just for me.
Yeah.
No, but I'm really excited to build these. People are saying that like I already know with the Stormtroopers and the Marvel ones that I have, like the articulation feels like an import figure. So I'm really excited to see how these feel. So the other thing was one that I showed off last week. So I have to get up for this.
You'll understand why in a second.
Yeah.
folks.
Probably not a Grogu figure.
It's not the Black Series Grogu by any means. But he goes with this.
Oh. Nice.
That is the TVC HasLab Razor Crest.
So
There's
cool.
going to be a video on this soon. So for the 2.5 of you that are watching, you can go check that out. But I'll talk more about it in the video that I did. I have everything done for it. I just got to edit it.
Nice.
But I was in, again, Sound Go Round, which why would you guys know? Because it's a small store, like local store, but they sell like toys, video games, collectibles, Pokemon cards, video games. I don't know if I said that already. Everything you could think of pop culture. And they've like in the last like year or two, they have a massive toy section now. So they got this on a trade, and I knew I had a bunch of high value things so that I was kind of sitting on to trade in, and we made it happen.
You got it.
It's an incredible piece.
And
I'm
I
very jealous of that.
even had some trade in left over. So I was like, you know what? If I'm doing it, I'm doing it. So I'm very much looking forward to working on my Mando display.
Heck yeah.
Super cool.
And yeah, that's it.
Hey,
Good
Brendan
stuff.
Wayne.
Yeah.
Armando.
Hashtag real.
Yeah.
He did like our post.
It's huge.
Yeah, which is super
Yeah,
cool.
that's a big deal.
We're popping off.
I know.
So that's
We're
super
like,
cool,
I
The
know.
big surprise
Right
is
now,
he's going to be a guest on our next podcast.
we got him as a guest. We got
Could you imagine?
Pascal as a guest.
we can bring.
We got the both of them.
All right, guys. Well,
I would
think
if I
what
was
were you
somebody else seeing that, I would assume that was AI.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
Pedro Pascal on No Shelf Control,
Yeah.
Oh
and
my-
they're 3 videos that they have up so far, and they're like what 2 weeks old.
Real, okay.
Well, that's all we have for tonight.
Yep.
Be sure to go on our YouTube channel. Keep an eye on our Instagram. Billy dropped a new video today. This podcast.
Hopefully with the fixing the technology
Yeah, we
piece,
should
we're
be
more
good.
regular with the podcast again.
Yep. And we plan on posting a new video aside from the podcast every week from one of us. And so, yeah, just keep an eye out for all of that. And thank you guys. If you're still here, thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, all the things,
All the fun stuff.
all the fun stuff.
All
Thanks
right.
for watching.
All right.
Watching.
Thank you.